But you now see Geraldo Rivera, you see The View. They're trying to make it seem like Donald Trump himself called Puerto Rico an island of garbage. But let me play for you what Tony actually said.
It is absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right.
It got mixed laughing and jeers. A bunch of Republicans are actually mad about this, too. They're saying that it's a mistake in the 11th hour to bring out an insult comic at the biggest political rally to close out your campaign by insulting everyone. It's going to get weaponized.
I mean, I don't know. What
That's a tough. I mean, he does the roasts. It strikes me as a roast comic. Is that the appropriate place for roast comic? I don't know. It's unconventional, right?
Do you think it was a mistake to have this guy at a political rally?
It's a tough call.
Tony, I mean, geez, it is. He's like the hardest core, not hardcore comedian.
I think this was Barron.
Barron was like, you got to get Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yep. Barron, so we've been saying for a long time, like, Trump needs to go on Kill Tony, but that's different. That's Trump ragging on people, too. That's him sitting around with a bunch of guys and everyone's making jokes. I think what happens is they're like, okay, well, we don't got time. It's the campaign. Barron probably said, Kill Tony is huge. Theo Von, Joe Rogan, you got to do these shows. And so they said, let's get Tony Hinchcliffe to do comedy at Madison Square Garden. And I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny. I heard this before the backlash. And I just laughed.
And after that, he's like, oh, okay, you're getting it now. I'm not used to following the national anthem.
Right.
And it's like, it's Tony, doing his Tony. Maybe it was I don't know if you call it a mistake, but maybe it's like you don't have a roast insult comic right before the most heated political
I guess
election
the argument is, if it costs Trump even a single vote, was it worth it?
And like Trump can't get any more famous, so like drawing eyeballs isn't.
But I don't think it hurt him or help him. I mean, remember in 2016 how saying, as Joe Rogan pointed out, saying all that crazy shit kind of actually helped him because it made him more authentic. So I don't think it helps him lose a vote or gain a vote. I think it keeps it neutral.
Both. I kind of feel like anybody who's planning on voting for Trump because World War III is about to start or because they can't afford grocery bills is not going to be swayed by an opening comic making an off-color joke.
Correct.
But more importantly, is the joke funny?
It's an insult. It's a roast joke. Are these roast things funny? I don't.
If it's funny, that means it has a seed of truth in it.
Well,
so
have you seen this guy roast Kim Kardashian? I'm not even going to say it on the air what he said, but have you seen what he said at these roasts? I'm not saying it.
I saw him do Tom Brady really hard.
You can play it. Yeah, you could play it.
I don't know that it's that necessarily so much that it has to have a seed of truth. I think it was a subversion of expectation, right? There's a lot going on, and you think he's talking about the Pacific garbage patch, and then he says Puerto Rico, and that's more like ribbing on your buddy. Yeah. Like if I say Ian's like a crazy hippie, it's like an exaggeration of what Ian actually is or whatever, to whatever degree. Like if we mention Ian's doing DMT or whatever, Ian actually doesn't do DMT. He just looks like it.
I have done DMT.
So it's not that it's
glorious.
It's not that it's true to say like Ian snorts graphene.
It's not true.
It's just true that Ian likes it, and so we're making fun of him by hyper-exaggerating what it is that he does.
You don't want to breathe that stuff in, though.
No, you don't.
But the thing is, Puerto Rico wasn't in the room to defend himself. So
who is this Puerto Rican Trump supporter in the crowd who's like, that's it, I'm throwing down my MAGA hat, I'm done?
I don't know. They're still going to vote for Trump.
It's not a person that exists.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to play this clip of him roasting if it's a little obscene? This is the other roast. I just texted it to you.
What is it? Let me.
If liberals can't handle a little comedy from a comedian, this will surely melt their minds. And it's him at this roast. It's a minute and a half long. I watched it. It's a roast comedy, I don't.
Well, maybe if we don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a little.
Considering we're a week out from the election.
Yeah, it's a little raunchy.
Then we'll save it for the members only.
Yeah.
After you sing "Plush" by Stone Temple
good.
Pilots.
Oh, that sounds
good.
I'm not kidding. He's gonna sing.
I'm gonna sing.
Yeah, we played it before the show. I got it on lock on the guitar.
The let me pull up the Poly Market actually. So Poly Market is the closest you can get to real-time sentiment or predictions, and Trump's at 66% to win. I don't think anyone cares. And look, no disrespect to Tony Hinchcliffe. I don't think anyone cares. They're desperately trying to make this an issue to care about. And what I'm seeing is like the Krasensteins, of course. They were like, oh, I can't believe he would make this joke. And I'm like, bro, are you kidding? Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.